Over here, just to be able to. This is our local government, Brother Samararawa here. We vote for Peter. This man, we vote for Peter.
We support him 100%.
And we support this man 100%. You understand? And we pray for him to come back 2027. Inshallah, he's going to win this.
Inshallah.
Because we need people like him, people that can help the youth. We are suffering in this country. Youth do not have job employment.
He said he came to breakfast with you. What does it mean to you?
We are very happy. And we are welcome him here 100%. We welcome him here to our mosque here, this international market. You understand? So we welcome him and we thank him for coming. A wonderful visit to us.
At least nobody can fault that. For those who know Obi very well, a lot of Igbos have a little bit of reservation for him for his philanthropic investment in northern Nigeria for years now. I mean, people just didn't understand how and why it was easier for APC Egbekegbe to use Obi's Igbo background against him in the north. This is a guy that has not only, given food, money to the less privileged. For years, it's been like that before he became governor, when he was governor, after he was governor. It's been like that, right? Don't get me wrong, like maybe he's been doing it for a time like this. I don't know. But it didn't start now. It didn't even start before your last election. It's been doing it like that. Obi has used his own banks to facilitate interest-free loans for businesses in northern Nigeria. Like during his campaign, he was actually taking a tour of one of those rice mill in Kano or so. And when he told everybody the story, this is somebody who probably is considered as a big rice milling factory in Kano or something. And the guy just said it was Peter Obi. He met with him and he told him his idea, what he wanted, and he snapped it like that, like, okay, let's go. And he took him to a place and he told them to give him any amount of loan he wants. It will stand as his guarantor. There is video of it. There's actually video of it. So a lot of Easterners believes that Obi is a politician. Most of these things he's doing, okay, they are unnecessary. He's trying to make himself loved by them and all of that stuff. And when they came for him and reminded him of his Igbo background, he's an Igbo man, suddenly it became something that they do not want to touch publicly anymore. So now that he's taking a tour, there are actually many of them who actually knew him. But that was Maraba or so, Yan Mosque yesterday, right? Here is for today, it was in another place. I'll show you.
I'm listening to the comment of the community leader. What we are saying every day is that the purpose of government is to care for the poor. I'm one person who has been going around and saying, unless government cares for the poor, we will not have a country where we have peace, security, and everybody is fine. Are you saying like that? Yes. Government should care. People should stop wasting and wasting. Today, Madam, they've been looking for a borehole for 30 years. It will not cost the government more than 2-3 million to do a borehole. So why haven't they done it for 30 years? Yet, we're wasting billions every day. That shows caring is right. I'm saying in this country, where today Niger State, which I'm telling you, Niger State can see Nigeria. Niger State has been first land that they are going to do forward. The North has the first uncultivated land that we can make more money from agriculture than we make from oil. And this will employ people
right here in the United States. This mosque here providing
and that is what we want.
borehole and the water system. They've needed this for the last 30 days. So they're so excited to listen to you right here in the mosque here, just as part of this philanthropic activity and tour around the country.
Well, why? Always said, I'm a Christian. I'm a Catholic. You go to Dubai. The Catholic Church in Dubai will give you the idea of Dubai. You go and see this before. You donate the land and build it. The Christian or the new church.
And on and on and on. So he gave them a water system, borehole, which they have been praying for the past 30 years. And in appreciation, listen to them. Somebody said MKO Abiola did more than that. Waiting then do am. I think they wanted to do the same thing to Kolu. Remember? But Kolu, as a drug lord, already bought the institutions and the people in charge of the institutions they could use to quench him, like that of MKO Abi. So Kolu, criminal party terrorist, a drug lord, terrorist or jihadist met with a drug lord. Now you have Steve Numbunomics today. There's something called Takia. The Takia is where people who genuinely were told that I am an infidel, an unbeliever, a filthy thing, because I am a non-Muslim. But you have to dress like them, look like them, and tell them they can trust you. You didn't do anything wrong. It is just because you do not share the same faith, you do not share the same belief, and you do not really share anything in common except the frauduria called Nigeria, which the deluded sometimes believe they can save. And save Nigeria for who? For yourself. No, you can't anyway. So yes, there's something called Takia. Takia is to make you believe that they actually respect you. In fact, we actually love you. Oh, we really, really like you. And we want somebody like yourself to be our leader when they have been told you must never let a non-believer, a kafirin, or an infidel to lead you. Oh, and see, all these jihadists that should normally have their own country. Takia is when they make you believe that, all those things don't really matter per se, but they do matter. They will kill you for it. And I'm not trying to make you hate yourselves. I'm only pointing out those who have been using that hatred that you all have there for yourselves. Christians, Muslims, Christians. And all of us, we don't even get any religion. We serve the collect. But in appreciation, listen to them.
Thank you. With you, inshallah, will be our next IDP, inshallah. Because of since the time when IDP controls this country up to now, you don't see person when you look the poor people like you. Please and please, Mr. President, inshallah. Inshallah, even the election money pass. If you go, the election money pass, they see how our vote for this place. Inshallah, we will try. As the one we do it. You are welcome. You are welcome. I just want things for you. Please, Mr. President. I don't think you're big too, very close to you. So the day where you will be for president. Maybe I will start to deliver you. Don't forget our environment. So I'm village here. I'm a village head here. I think here has everywhere. It's okay. Listen, Mr. President. That yes, you win elections. I know. Inshallah. Inshallah. Mr. President, I pray for you. I'm very happy to see my youth. They follow me because of this morning. We try to up and down. I tell them, our next president, inshallah, will enter this Nigeria. You are welcome, Mr. President. Inshallah. You are welcome. So Allah said that I have emphasized his message with Jibreel, that is Malaika to pray. Walau sha'allahu maktatalu. Suppose that Allah Ta'ala will, people, they could not have, they could not fight one another. Allah is the one who decided to create us different color and different tribes in order to know one another. There is a chapter or verse in the Holy Quran where Allah Ta'ala is saying, Ya ayyuhan nasu, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qabaila lita'arafu inna akramakum inda Allahi atqakum. That all people, that Allah Ta'ala created you from a man and woman. Different tribes, different culture, in order to know each other, not to fight one another. So the best among you is the one who fear Allah always. You get me? So that's why as Nigerians we have to unite. And we have to also think always who is the best among the all. More especially, those one who always come, I'm the best, you are the best. What have you done to your people? That's why in Uganda, you cannot come and say that, these people select me as a councillor, or chairman, or whatever. What they are going to ask is that, what have you done to the people? That is a question. Show us what you have done. Like our next president, inshallah, now we have seen. He visited us and even he put a borehole here at in front of our Legary's house residence. So we thank you about that. Thank you, sir. So remember the Majadumul Vigilat, when I give it Talabu, Wamin Amana Billah.
And then we all join together, irrespective of where we are from our country, to peace, build a country near government gets and provide the ability to
that transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn. That transmission, if we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Here is a successful, again, a town hall, different from Bulaba.
Ulaba. Oh my God! I just got some. You know that one you get the goose, the sort of a goose bombs. Because I read the comments, you were all busy debating Obi. Fulani has hijacked Obi. Obi is a deceiver. Obi is a politician. Obedient, are you seeing this? When is Obi going to give Christian money? When is he going to go and all of us? You are busy there, right? I was reading the comments. Then the transmission line is a super highway of power, generating of power. Somebody now drop a comment and said, "We're ready today." Oh dear. You know what that simply mean, right? It's like from where to where. I thought we were looking at Peter Obi and his Ramadan tour. We're eat today, call you today. Anyway, I just wanted all of you to take a break. Mokuna, just take a break. Don't kill yourselves, eh? You need to go to YouTube and see how people are dragging themselves there. And it is mental, okay? It is really crazy. But I would like to ask every one of you who is still there, especially on YouTube, to take a moment, okay? Like the broadcast. It is your offering, all right? Pay it. And just for clarity as well, okay? I remember when, some people were saying that Peter Obi is only giving. You remember when Peter Obi was giving some of these medical centers, these schools, orphanages, and all of that across the south, especially in the south eastern part of Nigeria. And they said he has been, after this election, he has been giving 5 million only to people and schools in eastern Nigeria and in southern Nigeria. He didn't bring the largest come to the north. So some of you now, you are seeing him giving borehole. He's not even giving them check. He's only breaking fast with them, attending to some of their immediate need, right? And on now one choke herself to death in the comment section. So that's why I had to bring in Kolu, main break all of una fight. When you hear his voice, una go leave una say, what be that? He said, Kolu ke. Abolori Brukuni Koluni. Who is it? You will leave yourselves. And I believe some of you have left yourself. Now you are now typing laughing emojis. Meanwhile, a lot of you are already writing a whole novel. Because una de takuna self, them kuna sha de take am easy. Here you get. Calm down. So take a moment and like the broadcast if you haven't already. Okay? So the reason why I had to bring Kolu to you is because, listen, there are Obidients that strongly believe in Obi. See, if you are somebody who strongly believe in Biafra, or you are somebody who strongly believe in Yoruba nation like me, you will have to learn how to respect those who also believe in Obi. You just have to. But what about those ones we believe in Tifnumbu? That's also up to you. You can respect the people behind your quick death because that's what they are all after. Those who are enabling them. You see, why I said you will need to learn to respect them is that they themselves have also taken the establishment to the cleaners, and to us who believe that it's a pure waste of time, a total distraction, and all of that, right? To us, it is true, it is a distraction. But, Baba, like many of us and what we believe in, they have taken up the battle with the establishment. And so far, the establishment, the Obidients, everybody came back with bloody nose. And that is unusual. So you have to respect them, because I like the norm of the enemy of my enemy. We can be friends. There is something that unites all of us. They hate the current establishment. They hate the current system that exists in Nigeria. The one that has made me and you to detach ourselves from everything in Nigeria. So they are fighting the system that we are fighting. Now the different fights. I'm not saying you should agree with them. I'm saying you need to respect. In fact, if you have not been respecting them, simply because you believe that they are this distraction to the Yoruba nation, distraction to the Biafra, I'm going to say it to you now. It might be due to your naivety, because all these things are connected. We told people, especially last time, I said, allow them to go and have the experience. Experience, they say, is the best teacher. When you tell a child not to put finger in the fire, and they continue to cry and fight you, let them put the finger in the fire. If if he is burned, you will need not much energy next time to, you know what I mean? A lot of them, 2 years ago, the Obidients, they were so naive that they believed that the rigged, corrupt system in Nigeria has boxed itself to the corner. They cannot escape this. Technology is going to make Nigeria election better, until a lot of them now came back with the lifetime experiences. Tell them about next election now, they will fight you. But there are still those that haven't really learned much. I get it. Give them time. Time is the most powerful tool that a lot of people probably don't even know how to deploy. Life is a teacher, my dear brothers and sisters. The moment you have more of them who came back with that disappointment, they will come to you. Mayegun, can you believe that? What kind of a country is this? I went there to go and vote. Can you believe it? I say, I know. Sorry, come here. Come for a record. Remember, I told you not to waste your time. I know, Mayegun. I'm so disappointed. I will never, you know what I mean? Like, be the shoulder they can cry on. Because everything will end in tears. Do you understand? But one unforgivable sin in the face of injustice or fighting injustice, one unforgivable sin is never trying at all. Try, fail, try, fail, try again, fail, rise again, fall, rise again, do it again and again, until you get what you want. But not trying at all is absolute disaster. So let them try how they feel. When the Obidients see the revolution now, they come like everybody go come out. Those who get fork for inside the pocket will come out. Those who get knife will come out. Those who get pencil go open the cover, sharpen the pencil. They won't stab themselves. Why? Obi is this, Obi is that. Showore is this, Showore is that. You will come see the two of them inside the market space fighting Gidigbo, and I would just be like, they don't pop champagne on top this orders head. Mayegun is Showore. You need to talk to Showore. Mayegun, you need to talk to the Obedient. He's the Obedient. Which one I will come talk to now among you? Hey, you, come. What is the problem? They don't respect Showore. No, it's Showore that doesn't respect Obi. Because of that, you this, yeah. I say, okay, hang on. You guys are fighting the same enemy. You are the victim of the same system. But here you are. You cannot even tolerate yourselves. How do you fight the people who enjoy you being divided? How do you even fight and win? And that's why the Mayegun's diary political is a melting pot. The choice you make are yours, but you will never act with doubt. I mean, you can never act on anything and claim ignorance. Oh, I didn't know. Are you sure? So I picked up something where I found the Obedient and the Agbadorians that they fight. But now the Obedient first talk. Sorry if this sounds longer, okay? I just wanted to experience it. Have you seen them having explaining their beliefs and all that? They can't go meet the crop of a mad people, the Agbadorians are mentalos, right? I beg, listen. Now obedient they talk so, and then it will go lead to fight. It could lead to another one. On top this contraption to your long.
For 5 seconds. Outside of Peter Obi and probably Dati Ahmed, can you name one other politician? Hardcore, long-time establishment politician in the Obedient movement. You cannot find one person. Why? It's a new breed of Nigerians getting involved in the political space for the first time. Yes, there might be some immaturity. There might be sort of this, let me call it youthful exuberance, which you expect, which I even love, right? When you talk about participation in politics, from the PVC drive, people swelling up the polling stations, polling booths to vote on election day, people volunteering, grassroots activities. So there's a lot of beautiful outcomes we've seen in the last 2 years with regards to political participation. Of course, a lot of these new developments come with negatives, which I will not be dishonest about. Yes, would you find some of the aggressiveness that's more than usual in the political chatter space? When you talk of ground aggressiveness, we don't have that. We don't have thugs with sticks, that burn shops or kill people or maim like you have with many other establishment politicians and how they cling on to power. But again, it's going to be an evolution. And I'm saying this because I like to be very moderate in my approach to politics. For me, it's live and let live, right? When you talk about the fact that a gentleman said Peter Obi will never amount to nothing, he said all sorts of uncanny prayers. I don't know if your father is a herbalist or your mother is a juju priestess, but I'll say this to you, right? You're spot on wrong. Buhari ran 3 times, cried on TV, threatened violence, promised to tear down the building, and eventually became president. You have to give it to him. Anything in Buhari's story, you have to take the fact that he's a very dogged guy, determined, and there's a lot to admire about him. Different from being a very bad president who mismanaged Nigeria. But I'm saying this because a lot of people promised us 4 local government areas when the elections kicked off. A lot of people like myself were laughing, looking at Nigeria as an experiment and saying we will shock the political establishment. A non political, what I call it, establishment without a head office, without even a party that we adopted that could brag of one state governor or one senatorial seat, muscled 6.9 million allocated votes, because we got way more than 6.9 million when you count Rivers State and some of the other states that they dragged from our column. But that aside, elections are over. 6.9 million votes for a first-time candidate is no beans, right? You have to give it to Bats. He did all of his ground game, invested time, energy, resources, formed alliances, but then we still give APC and PDP a bloody nose. So it will be juvenile for you to sit there and say, "Oh, these obedience are, irrelevant. They can't cause any political disruptions." I mean, you just have to be, delusional to even think that. But again, that aside, a lot of beef. People have obedience. You have to understand where we are as a country. Forget party labels. APC, PDP, LP, ADC. Nigeria is in a bad place. The last 9 years, many people on this stage or space would admit Nigeria has not gone in the best direction, given our resources and enormous potential. So you have a lot of young people, 18 to 27, many who are just starting out life, should be building net worth, should be making, investments to ensure that they can leave a legacy for future, generations unborn, having to now suffer and toil worse than many Nigerians who even existed in the military junta. I'm just saying it's enough for you to be angry. Now, somebody equally sprinkled a bit of ethnicism, say, oh, they're particularly from the southeast. I mean, that's false. If you look at the spread we got in terms of votes and number of states we won, yes, we got the young demography. Obviously, we got a huge chunk of the Christian votes. I would not dismiss that. But more than anything, if you look at Nigerians in urban centers and aspirational individuals, we captured a huge bank of that demography. But again, look, we are trying to build a big tent. I love what you said earlier. Each movement, each party has its fringe and extremist and fanatic, of course. But if anything, I will stand tall. The average obedient means very well for this country. You might dislike.
And he is very right, by the way. But an average obedient is naive. Okay? As an obedient watching me right now, your love or desire for a working Nigeria can be verily acknowledged, no doubt. A lot of you believe so much that once Peter Obi become president like this, like you have so much faith. I understand, but it's called naivety. You are naive. And sometimes one will wish that, assuming that